or declaration that in fact this property is no longer in the name of this person, should be in the name of new. Then soon we cancel, kind of, not technically, it's a migration as well. So, but by virtue of court order or letter emanating from the Director of Land and Survey.
Okay, thank you. So when you say if it is an assignment, it goes back to the original
lessee.
The original lessee.
Lessee, yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to give you sort of a scenario, right?
No, I can explain what I mean by that.
Explain for
because that means if it is an assignment, that means there must have been a lease and a subsequent assignment. So that means that the history exists, two histories. New assignee and previous leasee who may have assigned it to the new owner, new purchaser. So that's what I mean. So that means if the assignment is cancelled, that means the head lease will still subsist.
Okay, and it will stay with
the leasee.
Okay, so where the root of title is directly from the Minister of Lands to an individual, and now there's a request for cancellation from the Ministry of Lands, what happens to that property?
It returns back to the state.
Thank you.
The original owner.
Thank you. Mr. Colley, let's go to paragraph 10 of your original statement. Yes. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. In the first line, or on the first line of that paragraph, you stated, we are aware that some of these cancelled properties were later sold. I'm going to stop here. I'll continue.
Yeah.
So when you say we are aware, who exactly are you referring to?
Myself.
Yourself?
Speak as an office.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. So your office is aware that some of these cancelled properties are sold. But earlier, before we went on a break, you had informed this committee that in your mind and in your opinion, a memo emanating from the Civil Litigation Department does not suffice in cancelling a title registered under the deeds registry.
Yeah.
Yes. So if these cancellations were not in fact valid, does that mean that these properties are still, or prior to being sold, but after the supposed cancellation, does that mean that these properties were still being held by the former president, and even those that were owned by his associates are still being held or under their title?
No, so what I maybe clarified is, I need to clarify that is when the memo was written, we cancelled. But technically I said that was not proper. But subsequently I said I knew the property would be done, which was now forfeited, the white paper, cancellation gazetted, and which was now enforcing the orders of the commission. All right? And then there was a white paper to that effect. So that was in a sense proper. The properties forfeited to the state. So subsequently, any action can be done, which includes selling of those properties.
This memo that you received, did it precede the publication of the white paper, publication and gazetting of the white paper?
I'm not sure about the timelines. It may have been. There may have been the white paper, but we did not act on it. Or maybe by virtue of that white paper, the memo was issued, but that was, in my view, it was superfluous. There was no need to have the memo, director, or by virtue of that white paper, government accepts it and then it's enforced.
Does the white paper, or is the white paper sufficient to cancel title under the deeds registry?
Yes, we act on it. Whether
No.
it's a matter of opinion whether once the white paper is gazetted on. A transaction like an authority, let's say the Solicitor General acting upon that white paper, all right. The
Yes.
Solicitor General acting upon that white paper, preparing maybe a deed. Now bypassing or transferring ownership from the previous one. So the effects are one and the same.
Very well. So, Mr. Colley, still on paragraph 10, second line, you stated new leases were issued to third parties. Who issued these new leases to third parties?
Director of Lands and so on. Of course, through the minister, because the minister will issue Minister of Lands.
So, how did you receive information about these new leases that were issued by the minister and signed by the permanent secretary?
How did I receive the
information that you stated in this line, second line of paragraph 10?
In fact, we received correspondence regarding certain properties that in fact, we should cancel them because they are going to issue new leases. If I provide a copy of one correspondence to these investigators.
Sorry, can you please repeat the last sentence?
What I said was we provided copies of correspondence emanating from
Yes,
the
we've seen these correspondences. Honorable Chair, unfortunately, the witness provided these correspondences about 30 minutes before he started his testimony. Therefore, that is why the committee has not received copies of it yet. And when we get to the point of these correspondences, I would like for us to adjourn and then the witness come back at a later date so that we can get into the content of these correspondences proper.
Very well.
Thank you. Mr. Colleague, can we go to your second, the addendum to your statement, the one you gave the investigators this morning? In your statement, you stated that there are over 100 properties. Yesterday, in your statement yesterday, before we get into this one, you stated there are over 100 properties. When you were completed giving your statement to the investigators, did you try to verify the number of properties that were in fact given to you as a list when you went back to your office?
Well, that's why I said I'll endeavor to look for the memo. Because it is in the memo that the exhaustive list, is provided.
Okay, so the list was attached to the memo?
Yes.
Okay, noted. Look at paragraph 5 of your addendum statement. Can you please read out the whole of paragraph 5?
All right. Regarding the Commission's recommendation on properties, I do not have a comprehensive list of all the lands it acted upon. Typically, such directives come from the Solicitor General's office. As Registrar General, I act upon official instructions specifically on internal memo was issued by the Director of Civil Litigation and International Law, instructing me to cancel over 100 leases, possibly more than 125, mostly related to provincial or communal lands. These cancellations were conducted administratively but do not carry legal effects unless formally endorsed by the authority that originally issued the lease. Yeah.
Mr. Cooley, when you refer to formally endorsed by the authority that originally issued the lease. Can you please confirm who exactly this authority is?
Leasee or the leaseor of government land, which is the Minister
of Lands.
Yeah.
Thank you. You stated earlier that the white paper, which was published by the government after the commission submitted its reports, was enough to stated that properties are being forfeited to the state. And to you, that is sufficient?
The effects are the same.
Yes, the effects are the same as receiving a letter.
Or cancellation, yeah.
From the Director of Lands and Survey.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So you're confirming that?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my legal opinion.
Subsequent to the publishing of the government, the white paper, did you receive additional instructions apart from this memo, right? Did you receive additional instructions from the Director of Lands and Survey regarding the cancellation of these titles?
Say that again. What's it?
I said after the publishing.
Memo. Okay.
No, not the memo.
Or the white paper.
You know, now you cannot confirm. You stated that you cannot confirm whether the memo preceded the white paper or the memo was written to you after the white paper was published. My question now is, after the white paper was published, right, memo aside, did you receive any
some request for cancellation
from the Director?
I don't know which one. I mean, maybe I think subsequently.
Okay.
Yes, after the white paper.
After the white paper. Yeah. Did you receive these directives at once, or did they come at different points?
So one correspondent, but it listed almost, is it 16 or 13 or 16 properties that we should cancel them.
Only 6
response, yes.
To the director.
To the director.
Very well.
In fact, provide a copy to the inspector. This morning.
Okay. After you provided a response to the Director of Lands and Survey, did a letter ever come from the Director of a letter or even a copy of a lease come from the Director of Lands and Survey assigning these said properties or leasing these said properties to any individuals or companies after your response?
After our response, I cannot say because once you cancel the lease, the history ends. There's no other route. So they may issue a new lease with a new reference number.
Okay, so when the new lease
you kill the history of if you cancel a lease, the history is gone. So there's no further cross-referencing.
There's no further cross-referencing. No. But the records will exist to show root of title to no, I'm not saying in your database now. Because now if the property is entering your database, digital database, I mean, it's coming in as a new property. Yeah, but from your manual records, because you said you went into the
digital in 2019.
When you were cancelling records, did you go into manual records or
mainly manual
records?
The history
so now, if anyone is doing a search, they want to conduct a manual search on these properties, is it going to be possible to go and look into the manual records to see the root of title?
No.
No, not the new.
No, because there's no history. Once you cancel the lease, that's the end of it. We don't make any further cross-referencing.
But the records will exist to show that there was a property that was cancelled.
Yes, of course. It's like
that is what I want to know.
Yeah.
So therefore,
that will exist.
That will exist manually.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Koli, can you please go to paragraph 7 of your additional statement? We're going by your opinion here.
Yes.
Yes. So, in paragraph 7, you stated on the issue of government selling land, right? So we've talked about land being forfeited to the state, recommendations of the commission for forfeiting land to the state, and the government accepting these recommendations,
yeah.
and these lands were forfeited to the state. And therefore, if entering the Register General's registry, deed registry, it will come back as a new plot of land or piece and parcel. You gave an opinion in paragraph 7, and it states, I will start from the end of the first line. I am of the view that if land reverts to the state through forfeiture or re-entry, the government, acting on behalf of the state, may reallocate or even sell such property.
Yes.
I'll stop there. Can you please explain further to this committee what your view is and why you hold such view?
My view is, if it is an empty land that reverts back to the state has a choice to now, because it's of less value. There's no development, just empty plot, reverts back to the state can reallocate it. But if there's investment, if there is huge investment, you don't to now reallocate it to another person gratis, no. So I am of the view that if that is the case, government should sell. Government should sell that property and use the funds for public use or public good.
Mr. Kohli, does the government allocate land gratis? Isn't there a fee paid, rent?
That is basically gratis. Like the fee is just 2,000 for allocation.
Yes, but subsequently the lessor would pay rent on that land, isn't it?
Over the years.
Yes.
No, that is part of the covenant if it is a lease.
Exactly.
So if it is 2,000, it basically is gratis.
2,000 is not gratis, it's money.
2,000, 3,000 for land in Banjul or so. It's gratis. Technically, it's gratis.
To you?
Because those are just administrative things. You don't pay for the property.
Okay.
These are administrative things that you are required to do.
To you?
The form, allocation, or approval.
Yes, to you, what constitutes land that is not allocated gratis?
Consideration is not paid. If consideration is not paid.
So
in this case, you are not paying consideration.
The $2,000 to you is not consideration?
No, those are administrative fees.
Very well. You stated that the government can allocate and sell land.
Yes.
In your view?
Yes.
Where does the government derive the powers or authority to sell land from?
Government, if government owns it, you sell what you have, what you own.
State-owned land.
Yes,
my question is, where does the government derive its powers to sell land?
State is government. I mean, let's be realistic.
Yes, the state is government.
Yes,
Let's use the two. No, wait, Mr. Kohli, please wait.
Go ahead.
Let's use the two as one, right?
Yes.
The state and government.
Yeah.
The land that the state holds through the Minister of Lands, local government and land.
Yeah.
This land, we've settled that the state can allocate this land at any time and at any point it deems fit to individuals or companies. We're talking about selling.
Council, I want to ask the chair to come over. He cannot sit in the public gathering.
All right, no problem. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Kohli. So my question is, in your view, where does the government derive the authority or power to sell land?
Because I said the government owns the land, and government is, we have one government. It may be Ministry of Local Government and Lands, it may be under Ministry of Justice, or Solicitor General can act on behalf of government. So it's like it's just one government.
Sorry, did you say the Solicitor General can act in the sale of land?
Yes.
On behalf of the government?
Yes, as government representative.
As government's representative?
Yes.
In this case, what role would, according to you, if the Solicitor General can take part in the sale of land on behalf of the government?
Yeah. The government.
In this case, what role would the Minister of Land play?
Minister of Lands, because they are all one government, like I said. So the Solicitor General, acting on behalf of government, can do it. Because that's why he's Solicitor General and Legal Secretary.
Mr. Colley, state land is vested, or land owned by the state is vested in the Minister of Local Government and Land.
Yes.
This is something we've agreed upon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. According to the State Lands Act, it is the Minister for Local Government and Land who holds this land. Therefore, how does the Solicitor General come in to sell land or even allocate land to any individual or company?
That's why I said the Minister of Lands can lease. I mean, they so acting as like the one administering the land, but the Solicitor General too, by virtue of this position as Solicitor General Legal Secretary, can act on behalf of government.
Act on behalf of government to allocate land or sell land?
To sell land, sell land in this case, all right, sell land, but allocation is only done by the ministry. But if it comes to sale, the Solicitor General, that's my view.
That's your
Solicitor,
view?
yeah.
No problem. So, still, in your view, how does the Solicitor General go about selling land for the government? What steps would he or she take?
It's just automatic because we're acting pursuant to order of like a commission, and the Solicitor General can just vest it in the new owner.
Order of the commission?
Yes.
Did the Commission of Inquiry issue any orders directing the Solicitor General to sell land?
That's a recommendation and accepted by government, by white paper, through the white paper, and acting upon that. If you look at the recital that I provided this morning, that's the root of or the history on the sale, the basis for the sale.
Are you equating a recommendation of the Commission of Inquiry and to an order of the Commission?
Am I equating the Commission of Inquiry provides recommendation?
Are you equating it to an order? Because you said the Solicitor General is acting on the orders of the Commission.
But now the effect is now when it's accepted by government and that the white paper is issued. So that was the basis. Not only the recommendation of the Commission, but following the acceptance of the recommendation and then government issuing white paper to that effect.
Are you saying the government accepting recommendations of the Commission constitutes an order of the Commission? Is that as a result
yes,
of
it's
the
as
order?
good as, yes, councillors, especially if you do not appeal. If you are not appeal, if you don't appeal before the Court of Appeal, government can act on it.
Well,
the same effect.
That is not, I'm not talking about appeals. You stated that the Commission of Inquiry made recommendations.
Yes.
Therefore, the Solicitor General selling land on behalf of the government, right? Is as a result of an order of the Commission. And I asked, are you equating a recommendation of the Commission of Inquiry with an order?
No, what I'm saying, only recommendation is not sufficient. You still have to go to government, cabinet. If it is accepted, then the white paper is published. Because government is not bound by all the recommendations. It is not bound to accept all the recommendations. So the recommendations that are accepted and gazetted, Solicitor General can act pursuant to that white paper and alienate the properties.
Mr. Colley, can you direct or guide this committee to either law or authority that states that the Solicitor General can sell land on behalf of
I can make the law available or whatever opinion.
We have volume 8.
No,
if you need it, I can.
I need time to provide an opinion. I'm not here to provide an opinion, legal opinion, but that's my view.
This
so if you ask
is
me
not a question of opinion. My question is, can you show under the laws of
Not
the Gambia
now, not
where the where it states anywhere in the laws of the Gambia, where it states that the Solicitor General can sell land on behalf of the state.
What I can provide is the mandate of the Solicitor General acting on behalf of government of the Gambia to do any action.
Very well. We will wait for that.
I'll be happy to make that available. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I know there's a law officers act, but I'm not too sure because Attorney General and Solicitor General be having that mandate to act on certain things. The law exists, but I don't want to give you any wrong authority here.
We will like to receive references to said law and directions. Honorable Chair, like I said before, this witness gave his first statement yesterday and second statement about 30 minutes before we started, and has provided some documents which we will need time to review. Therefore, for today, these are all the questions I have for him, and I will hand over back to the committee. But at a later date, we will invite Mr. Kohli back to continue his testimony, because I have so many other issues to cover with him. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Council. Mr. Witness, now members of the committee would have some questions for clarity before we release you. Let me look on my right hand side, Honorable. We'll come to you because you know you go into detailed questions. So, Honorable,
according to your statement or your response to the late counsel with regards to the court order, you said you didn't have the court order and you were unable to go through the court order. Why were you acting without going to the court order by replying to memos or taking in actions? Why were you doing that?
No, I didn't act on the court order. I acted in the memo because there was a white paper, which is knowledge to the whole world. So on that basis, I acted on the white paper, which I say technically does not have any legal effect, significance.
Mr. Kohli, who wrote this memo to you?
I said one of our colleagues, Mr. Ta Kimbenda.
Who was the most senior among two of you?
He was deputy director. So I'm not sure about timeline, but in terms of seniority, I should be senior.
You should be senior.
Yeah.
Was it right for you?
In terms of call to bar, I think he's my senior, but in terms of office,
I'm talking about the office.
All right. I think I'm senior.
Was it right for him to give you an order to act on?
In fact, he went through. That's why I said the Solicitor General was copied.
Now, before copying, you were given an order to cancel. Was it right for him to give an order to cancel? And he's your junior?
That is, I'm not too sure. That is in order.
No, Mr. Kohli, is it an order?
It's not an order. It's like a memo.
Yeah, what I'm saying,
yes.
He's authorizing you to act on something, to cancel something. Which were papers that were authentic. He's trying to cancel them as your junior. Was it right? This is my question. Was it right? Yes or no?
Was it right? The reason why I acted on it was because the Solicitor General was copied.
No, I'm not copying the Solicitor General. You know, the copy is for him to be aware.
Yeah.
But you are the one to act. He was trying to act on this. Was it right for him to write to you at that point?
I think it's in order. It's okay because there was based on something that in fact following the cabinet this thing. So. You hereby requested. It's not an order, it's a request.
No, but being a request is ordering you to do something.
No, it's not ordering because I
Then after receiving the what do you do?
Because it's not an order per se. Because
no, that's not about the order now. Yeah. After receiving the memo, what did you do?
Like I said, we went to our records and cross-referenced the cancellation.
You cancelled?
Yes.
And what was the memo meant for?
It was cancellation, so it's not an order per se. It could be a request, but I acted upon the request.
And the request was what?
The request was for cancel.
Was it right as a genuine?
No, I don't think it's wrong. If it passes through the Solicitor General.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll take it upon during our next time. Mr. Colley, during the Janneh Commission, what was your role during the commission?
I didn't play any role.
You didn't play any role.
No.
Mr. Colley, you were there since 2017.
2015.
15. And then when were you asked to act?
I'm not sure about the date, but this was, I'm not too sure. I don't want to.
During the time you were acting, who was in full control of the office?
What do you mean full control?
Of your office, who was in full control of the office?
I was the one in control.
Mr. Colley, was it right for you to be given a responsibility of an office, and then the guy who was there went away with a file that should have been controlled by you? Was it right?
In fact, I was not sure if there exists a file.
No, but in your statement you said the one you
Under the Registrar General's office.
the one you took over from went with the Janneh Commission's file to his office, and he was acting.
Yes, what I said was he was not filed per se, but if I don't want to make any wrong statements here, because I know that he was acting under something. There was a basis for him to act. All right, but I was not privy to the real documents. But I knew he continued to have possession of those charters, whatever.
And that was your responsibility?
Yes.
That was your responsibility?
I was supposed to, yes.
So why did you allow him to continue doing that?
Like I said, we have a superior. We have a superior. If, you know, a colleague who's supposed to, you know, not act on this is continued, and they continue to deal with him, I didn't see the need to.
Did you ever write or you protest about his actions?
No,
to say, no, why am I sidelined?
No, I did not.
Mr. Colley, it's like, for me, listening to you, if I am maybe right, it seems you were sidelined whilst you are in that position, right or no?
As far as that transaction is concerned, the Janneh Commission, what are properties of the former president is concerned. But the other activities, you know, I was the one.
Yeah, I mean, we debated about the Janneh Commission
Yes.
on the Janneh's properties. Were you sidelined?
I was not involved.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why they were doing that. Maybe a reason why, because maybe I was not involved from the beginning. Whatever reason they may have.
And you see,
I too, I don't know, maybe. Anyway.
so you were just like a toothless bulldog in that position during the Janneh Commission?
No, not the total. No, that's not the case.
So what were you then?
But Janneh Commission, I mean, not the total, because I see that, in fact, as an office, if my colleague is acting on it, and then the authorities are assigning him to do it, you know, I didn't see the medal because.
No, but we know today, Mr. Colley, you are here to respond to us based on the Janneh Commission. And the order is very clear.
Yeah.
That is to be what?
Registrar General.
Registrar General. And we were there in that position.
Yes.
And you were there, this guy was still dealing with the Janneh Commission. It was wrong.
Yes, I agree.
So he's come back to the same position as I am saying. You are given a responsibility, just in a ceremonial position to be there, and next minute somebody on your behalf.
Yes. I'm given the position. I have the position, but that task of now continuing, so that I've been under my purview, but it continued under my further.
Which was wrong.
Yeah, at some point I think there should be a handing over, there should be that transition, but that was not done.
That was not done.
Yeah.
Mr. Colley, the lead counsel have asked you certain questions when it comes to the legality of the SG acting or selling lands, in which you are trying to defend and then promise to bring in documents to at least.
No, she wants authority. The
Yes.
legal. So I can come up with a citation or the law.
Yes.
So on top of my head, I already mentioned the Law Legal Officers Act.
Yes.
The Law Officers Act.
So we'll be very happy if at all you can provide those documents to us, because we have, according to what we have, the authority that was given to the SG to be able to sell lands, I don't know where he based it upon or where he drive those authorities from.
I think the question should be directed to the Solicitor General, not the Registrar General, because I did not act in that capacity. But I was just expressing my legal view. So if the mandate was given to our, we did not have the mandate and acted in default, He should be blamed, I mean, or he should be questioned, not Registrar General.
Mr. Colley, looking at your statement on your first AC1, number 6, the cancellation of the properties.
Yeah.
And then you made mention that people, in your first statement, people refused to pay their stamp duties based on this. Later on, yesterday, you went back to go through and then found that there were other people who were paying their stamp duties.
No, the pay, yes, because you see, what I said was, in fact, it was 2 of us who, were giving that statement. According to my colleague, because he was the one who went into the system to confirm. So in his, when he checked, he said he only saw 1 property. So our concern then was because a lot of people were not willing to pay stamp duty, because that is our mandate. Before we register any property, you must pay the stamp duty. So because maybe stamp duty was in the high side, that was the issue then. All right. So as a result, yesterday when we left here, I went and checked in the system. But then I saw a couple of properties that were, mainly especially Banjun properties, up to 10 properties that were, sold to entities.
And they paid their stamp duties.
Yes.
So, Mr. Colley, okay, with this statement, you took it upon yourself to go further to see whether what I was saying was right or not, because you were interested to come and give it to the Commission. But during your statements or during the intervention with the lead counsel, you were responding that mostly, I don't know, I wasn't aware. Why didn't you also go further to do as you did during this time?
No, that was then.
No, but now you are in charge.
No, but I cannot decide on whether there exist those documents. I mean, I can endeavor, but if I don't know then, I cannot say I know now. I cannot know now, unless I endeavor to find
knowing then because you were not informed.
Yes.
The responsibility were not given to you.
Yes.
Now today you are in charge.
Yes.
I think you should have gone further to still engage the same person you are sharing the same office with, to ask him what went wrong and why was it happening.
Because first I don't want, whatever I say is going to be hearsay. I'm so he's in the jurisdiction, he'll be invited, so whatever information is needed.
No, now we are talking to you, not him.
Yes.
We are talking to you.
So you want me to go and find out? I can find out whatever information you guys need.
Yeah, because
so that you can corroborate.
We're dealing with you, so it is about Mr. Colley being the current registrar now.
Yeah.
To give us information that we want to hear from you.
I'll be happy to provide any information.
Mr. Colley, I think based on the lead counsel's request, you sent in documentation that we need to go through, but we didn't go through them. We're very happy. This is about the country. It's not about us as a committee. We want to make things right.
Yeah.
So we need your help to help us with anything that we require from you to make our work easy. Because by going through this documentation, is it right to sell before cancelling a deed?
Yes.
Is it right to sell?
Can exist, yes.
Is it right
because
to
like
sell?
when you sell, you are bypassing pursuant to an order. It's like there must be history.
But is it right to sell before cancellation?
Yes.
It's right.
Yes.
It's not illegal.
So what I mean, like, let's say if there's a white paper, I believe
let's talk about the right paper. This is about the legality
so
now.
I'm giving you the reality scenario. If it is cancelled, you can cancel and now reissue a new lease. Right? Which means you must cancel first before you issue a new lease.
Exactly.
Because 2 leases cannot exist.
Exactly.
But if the lease subsists, all right, if you now want to issue a new lease, you must cancel. But if you want to continue, you don't need to cancel. You can quote the basis of you now giving away assigning. Okay. But if you, that means you cannot cancel. So it's either you cancel or but both options are possible.
Like your statement in number 10, I think if you go through your statement, your last paragraph, that the Lands Office General relies on your update to update them after we completed registration, so they may not have a full record of all lease issued or cancelled.
I gave that statement in context. They asked me whether Lands and Survey will have updates regarding all the properties. I said no, because most of the time, in fact, they send a lady to come to our office for updates. So whatever we do, so there's no perfect records as far as land registry is concerned. Our records are not perfect. So, but I think we are better off than them. All right, we are better sometimes because they come and copy and update their records. Because sometimes even the leases that are issued, they have multiple copies. So it is when now the leases that are registered, they come and then get copies, serial numbers of the leases to update their records. So that means because it is when it is registered, that's when it will have value. Because if they give you a lease and it's not registered, it's just a mere paper. You cannot enforce. Especially even if you go to court, because we pay stamp duty and register it. That gives you priority. Yes.
Thank you very much for saying that you must be legally registered to be given a stamp duties.
Yeah.
This is why I said, well, is it right to cancel before selling?
Yes.
Or to sell after cancellation?
No, both. I mean, so it's like you can cancel or you decide to sell.
If you cancel my lease property and sell it to Honorable CC,
yeah,
and later on I claim ownership of my lease to court and challenge, where am I?
So you can set aside, the court can set aside that lease if it is defective.
And who will be a loser?
That will be the court to decide. If it is authentic, that means the subsequent, subsequent owner will be the loser. That means the court will now have to maintain or order that the first lease be relisted.
So this is why I'm saying that it wasn't right for you to cancel somebody's lease without doing the property.
No, but that's why there must be a legal basis for you to cancel. If you have a legal basis to cancel, you cancel and issue a new lease.
Because Mr. Koli, our problem here is,
yeah,
with regards to the court order, which you did not go through the court order, you didn't go through the court order, you didn't read the court order, and yet still now things were coming onto you, and you are acting based on those memos sent to you, or those letters sent to you, without going through the court order. What the court order was saying, what was the court order asking? Those things were with you.
There was no court order. There was a cabinet paper.
Yes, the cabinet paper is there, but before the cabinet paper, it comes in first.
No, but there was no court order cancelling, ordering for us.
But if you go to MOJ 5 in it, MOJ 5, that's where the court order is.
Saying what? Court order 2. I mean the order 2.
What are they telling you?
No, that now is giving granting possession to the registrar general.
But what is what I'm saying? You didn't go through this.
It's not cancelling.
But you didn't go through the and you were cancelling.
No, I was not, because this is after the expiration of the order.
Chair, I think I can hand over the chair to you and allow us to come in board. Thank you, Mr. Koli.
Yeah.
At this point, I will also hand over the chair to the to the chair of the committee. He had a official mission outside, so Chair, can you take over, please?
All right, thank you so much. I think we'll proceed. Honorable Janneh, you have questions?
Yes. Thank you, Chair. Mr. Koli.
Yes, no.
Thank you very much for coming and also sharing with the committee. To start with, I want us to look at your appointment as an acting registrar. How long have you acted in that position?
Maybe 2, 3 years.
To be specific, 2 or 3?
2, let's say 2.
2. Mr. Koli, from a legal point of view,
Yes.
so was it right for you to act in that capacity for 3 years or 2 years?
Was it right?
Yes. No. Was it right for you to act more than the prescribed duration as prescribed by law for one to act in such a capacity?
No, it was not.
It wasn't right.
Yeah.
So do you think that act was deliberate by the Ministry of Justice by allowing you to act for more than the prescribed duration?
Whether it was deliberate. Sometimes,
Okay, let me just say this before you come in.
yeah.
By the look of things, it seems things are not really right. And we don't want you to hide certain things from us. Hide in a sense, I don't just want to preempt, but what I want to put across is it seems there are people who are sidelined either because of their tribe or because of the region they live in or due to their relationship with the former president. And I want to believe it is important for this committee to establish some of those things, and you should be in the right position to help us understand those dynamics in terms of your appointment and also in terms of exempting you from executing some of the responsibilities that were assigned to the office that you...
At the ministry. Even my predecessor was acting more than the period I acted. Mr. Jallo was acting for a lot of years.
Mr. Kwede,
Yeah.
as the custodian of our laws, that is the Gambian laws, how does it sound to you having your ministry violating our laws, reflecting on the Public Order Act, clause 02203?
Public Order Act.
I think you were referring to the general orders.
General
GOs, okay.
The GO, sorry.
So maybe because my acting was by virtue of a memo. It was not directly from PMO. So sometimes internally we have some arrangements that in fact we are acting, but when in fact it did not emanate from PMO. So unless it's formalized, maybe at the end of, from PMO, they may be able to keep track of the acting periods and ensure that you either confirm or it's advertised and another person is appointed. But this was an internal thing, internal arrangement.
Okay, Mr. Kwede, I just want us to center our discussion around the GO
Yeah.
and reflecting on clause 02203. That is clearly explicit in terms of the duration one should act at certain capacity.
Yeah.
And having the Ministry of Justice being the custodian of our laws, is it right for the Ministry of Justice to be violating our own laws against internal practices or norms?
The Ministry of Justice should not violate any law. It should not violate any law.
And in this case, they violated the laws.
No, that's why I clarified that in fact this was an internal thing. Perhaps maybe if you had gone to PMO, it wouldn't take that long.
Yeah, but Mr. Kwede,
Maybe internal because sometimes you are overwhelmed. It may not be intentional.
no, I'm not overwhelmed.
No, I mean the ministry.
Okay, the ministry might
Maybe
be
other
overwhelmed.
things that
Okay.
they consider private.
No, you know, looking at the process, it's not the PMO that we're supposed to regularize that. It is the Ministry of Justice through the Permanent Secretary that should write to PMO.
That is correct, yeah.
And do you know if the Permanent Secretary at Ministry of Justice acted in line with notifying the PMO in terms of the position?
No,
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, let's leave that progress. Mr. Kwede, you said you participated in the compilation of some of these properties.
The recent, yes, the recent.
The recent, and if you say recent, can you tell us specifically when was this compilation done? Was it?
This was immediately when the select committee was constituted.
No, as I said, we want a specific date. When have you presided over compiling this list?
I can check with my colleagues to confirm the date, but I'm not sure.
Mr. Koli, will your office be able to provide this committee with the full list of those that benefited from these lands in terms of transfers, let's say from the ex-president to, let's say, Mr. Janneh? Do you have a full list?
We can provide some names.
Not some names, we would love to have the list.
So I don't want to be whatever specific to say we can provide all the names. So we'll go through our system and we'll be happy to provide names.
Mr. Koli, you know, for me, I don't think it should be some names, because I think over 43 properties out of the 270 something that were listed by the Janneh Commission.
Yes. So my challenge is maybe, you know, property, whatever assignment may have been issued to the new buyer, but the new buyer may have failed to approach the registry to register the assignment or whatever, you know, lease he may have. So that could be a challenge. Maybe that gap. All right. You may have been issued the lease or the assignment, but you fail to come to the deeds registry to register it.
What does the law says if one failed to register a property to the Registrar General's office?
It's not void ab initio, like the fact that you are issued but you cannot enforce. It's still voidable. All right, it's voidable. That means, and also you cannot enforce it. You only have paper. But when it comes to now claiming title, especially before a court, unless you pay stamp duty and register it, the court could not entertain it. So it's as good as having a paper. So you have possession, you are presumed to be the owner, but in actual sense, you may not be the owner.
So from a legal point of view, you are telling this committee that if one failed to register a property at the office of the Registrar General, does not give that individual that total ownership of that particular property?
Especially for leases, yes. Because some people have customary title. That doesn't mean that because they didn't come to Registrar General to register it, they don't have title. If you have customary or this area council, which you know, they're still good, you know. But when it comes to leases or assignments, you need to come and register. Because that's the only office where you can register those deeds.
Mr. Kole, do you also have a comprehensive list of the affected property by your office?
Yeah, the ones that I cancel, especially in regards to the memo, I promise to provide a copy of the memo where the properties are listed. Or otherwise, I can go through our system, our register, and then provide a whole list of the properties that were cancelled against the register. We'll be happy to provide it. Even without the memo, I should be able to give you a comprehensive list of all the properties that we cancel.
Chair, with your permission, I want to request from him to provide us with a comprehensive list of the properties that were cancelled, and in addition, a comprehensive list of the properties that were transferred to a third party or otherwise.
All right.
Okay, let's continue, Mr. Kole. Mr. Kole, do your office